It's time to break down another position for fantasy baseball, and this time we're going to dive into third baseman. Hey, what's going on, Headliner Nation? Kyle Richardson back with another episode here on the Fantasy Headliners. Positional breakdowns continuing, heading into third baseman now. Almost finished with these videos, but a lot of great information so far. And just like the second base video that we put out, we're going to speed this one up a little bit. So we're going to try to land right around that 10-minute mark. The first ones were a little bit long. We're going to do some more hard-hitting analysis, some quick analysis. But always keep in mind, if there's a player that I didn't go nearly in-depth enough for you, hit the comments below. We're one of the most interactive sports channels here on YouTube. If you comment, we respond. So give us your questions below. Let us know what you think. Are there players that should have been switched around? We'll be sure to get back to you. Make sure you like the video, and if you have not done so yet, make sure you subscribe. And if you do, let us know in the comments so we can welcome you to Headliner Nation. Also, make sure that you also hop over to Twitter and check out our giveaway right now, a Trey Turner signed baseball from the Washington Nationals. All you got to do is subscribe here, jump over to YouTube, or jump over to Twitter, excuse me, follow, and retweet, and you could have a chance at that ball. Awesome giveaway that we're doing right now. So let's get going. No more time wasted. Let's talk about third baseman. We're going to do top 15, and let's start at 15 and work our way down. At number 15, I'm going with Miguel Almonte from the New York Yankees. I'm going to go with him at 15. He should be good for 20-plus home runs. I mean, he's going to get that. If you play in a league that is a little bit on the deeper side and you have to have a corner infielder as well as a third baseman, Almonte could be a guy that you take a shot at. I'm worried about his RBI opportunities, though. That's a stacked lineup. As long as everyone is healthy, he could really miss out on some of those opportunities this year. We have to see where he hits as well. There's a really good chance he's going to end up hitting towards the bottom of the order. Coming in at number 14, going to go with Matt Chapman. He had a solid season, a very solid season last year. I mean, he had a really good stretch of time where he really helped fantasy owners towards the end of the season. But he needs to build on that to get into the top 10. Definitely has the upside of 25 home runs. Definitely has the upside of a 270 to 280 batting average. Great things that you'd like to have in your lineup. But RBIs, I'm more worried about his RBIs than I am Almonte's. The one thing I'm going to go with Chapman a little bit higher than Almonte, though, is because I do think he has a little bit more power. Matt Carpenter coming in at 13, talked about him in depth on the second base video talked about him in depth on the first base video. So go check that out there if you want some more information about him. He qualifies at third base as well this season. Will Myers is also qualifying at third base. He's coming in at 12 for me. It's hard to believe that this kid is still just 28 years old. It seems like he's been in the league forever. He's been in the league since he was 22. But the power is going to be there. So he's a guy that could offer you 28, 30 home runs, which he's done before. Last season, only 11 home runs. But the injury bug always seems to get a hold of him. He only has two seasons where he played 157, 155 games. His next highest total is 88. So it's been really hit or miss with him. If he plays upwards of 155 games, he's going to give you about 30 home runs, about 90 RBIs. Still going to strike out a ton, lower batting average, but he could be good value. He offers a lot of positional depth as well. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., we could go all day about this kid and his upside, but the only problem is he's going to start the year in the minors. Hard for me to put a guy at a top 10 at a position like this that I see to be deep within the top 10 when he's going to miss time to begin the season. Obviously, being a rookie, there could be a little bit of a learning curve when he comes up, but if he was playing the entire season, I'd probably have him up more around the 7 or 8 spot, but he gets a little bit of a bump down because of that. Josh Donaldson coming in at number 10. He's got the rebound opportunity. The chance is 100% there for him to go to Atlanta, for him to really rejuvenate his career. I would like to see him hit 3 or 4. Looks like some projections have him hitting 2. I'd rather have them see Ronald Acuna hit in the 1 hole, and then Nick Markakis hit 2, and then Freeman, and then Donaldson, something like that. Looks like they might start him out at number 2. We'll see. If he stays healthy, power upside is still there. Justin Turner is going to come in at number 9, and honestly, since 2014, there hasn't been a guy who's been more consistent for third baseman to be for that length of time. I mean, over the course since 2013, I mean, a 280, 340, 294, 275, 322, 312 batting average. Always offers you a good batting average. Home runs didn't really start to come until 2015 when he's had 16, 27, 21, 14. So home runs not quite as much. And the RBIs, they're going to fluctuate a little bit as well. But he's a safe player. He's a safe guy. If you play in a head-to-head league, I've talked about that before. Head-to-head, I tend to be a little bit more safe with my draft picks. I think Justin Turner is a good shot there. Eugenio Suarez coming in at number 8. He is so underrated. I mean, he flew under the radar last season with the year that he had. 34 home runs, 104 RBIs, a 283 batting average. That Cincinnati Reds lineup is going to be a little bit better this season as well, with Puig in town, with Kemp in town. I think Cincinnati has a chance to be a lot better than they have been. Suarez is a guy that's going to hit in the middle of the lineup. Keep an eye on him. He's definitely a top 10 third baseman for me. Anthony Rendon, one of my favorite players. I'm going to bring him in at number 7 in Washington. It's all about his health. It always is about his health. He's super consistent. He's going to offer you a good batting average. He's going to offer you 25 home runs. He's going to offer you 90 to 100 RBIs. It's going to happen. It's clockwork. The guy's a phenomenal hitter. He is super safe, just like Justin Turner, except Rendon offers a little bit more upside for me. Again, though, it all relies on his health. He only has 2 seasons in which he's had more than 150 games, 147 in 2017, only 136 last year. So, I mean, he's got to get more than 600 at-bats. If he can do that, all of those stats will be there. Another good thing, too, if you play in a league with on-base percentage, he doesn't strike out a whole lot, and he walks quite a bit, too. So if you're playing in a league like that, he can offer you some great value there. Manny Machado coming in at number 6. I have him down here at 6 because, well, I think he's going to head to San Diego at this point. That's what it sounds like. I don't love that fit for him. I'd much rather see him playing like Chicago. If somebody can jump at the last second and get him from San Diego, I think that benefits him. Other than that, I'm going to have to drop him a little bit because at 5, I have Javier Baez. Check out our second base video. If you want some more in-depth on Javier Baez, check out second baseman. But he does qualify here at third base as well. So you're going to have a guy that offers multiple positions. I do think he finishes higher than Machado. If Machado signs like with the White Sox, I'll reevaluate at that point. But at this point, Baez in front of him. Coming in at number 4, I'm going to go with Chris Bryant. Look, we're super down on Chris Bryant, and when I say we're, I mean kind of the community as a whole, fantasy baseball community as a whole, because I'm not. I love Chris Bryant. I am not forgetting that just a couple of years ago, he had 39 home runs, 102 RBIs, and a 292 batting average, and won the MVP. That was just 2 years ago. He's only going to be 27 this season, plagued by some injuries last year. Obviously, that can hurt you, but he still hit 272. The guy is going to offer you 30 to 35 home run potential as long as he plays more than 150 games. He's going to offer you upwards of 100 RBIs in that lineup, and he's going to have a really good batting average. He might strike out a little bit more than you would like out of a top-tier player, but that's okay. I'll take it. The upside in that lineup, the upside in that ballpark. Chris Bryant coming in at number 4. If you miss on any of the top third basemen and you get this guy in a round 3 or a round 4, consider yourself super lucky. I like that. Alex Bregman, he is a future MVP. And next season for 2020 fantasy baseball, Alex Bregman, mark it down now, will be a first-round pick. The kid is a phenomenal talent. Led the league last year with 51 doubles, 31 home runs, 103 RBIs, 286 batting average. Only struck out 85 times. He only struck out 85 times, and get this, he walked 96 times. It doesn't matter what kind of a league that you play in. Alex Bregman is going to help you no matter what. Honestly, I thought about putting him over Nolan Arenado, but I can't do that right now. I can't. But Alex Bregman, put it down, lock it in next year. He's going to be a guy that you're going to have to spend a first-round pick on in order to draft. Love this kid. I own him in a Dynasty League. I got him in a trade for Justin Verlander last year in a Dynasty League. Absolutely ecstatic about that. I got him and Nola for Justin Verlander. So just one of those trades I pulled off last year that worked in my favor. Nolan Arenado, like I said, coming in at number 2. You know what you're getting with this guy, playing in Colorado, top-tier player. He's a guy that went first round in a lot of drafts last year, will potentially go first round, early second round in drafts this year. The only guy that I have above him at third base right now, Jose Ramirez, and he is my early pick for AL MVP this season. And honestly, if you want some more reasons as to why I think that he can be even better than what he has been, go watch our must-have video. I talk more in depth about Jose Ramirez and why there's a couple of key stats that I believe tell us that he hasn't even hit his potential yet, that there is still more to come. So go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. Those are my rankings for third base headed into the 2019 fantasy baseball season. Drafts are in full swing right now, so get out there and start drafting if you haven't done so yet. We've still got shortstops, outfielders, and relief pitchers to come, so make sure you keep an eye out for those videos. Those will be dropping soon as well. And again, I already mentioned it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Make sure you like the video as well. Hit us up with any comments, any questions that you have below. We'll be sure to respond as quickly as possible. And not only that, don't forget about the Trey Turner signed baseball that we have. We're giving that away over on Twitter. Make sure you get over there. If you don't have a Twitter, make one real quick. Never too late to have a Twitter account, and come enjoy the fun over there. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at krich1532. Lots of great content coming this season, so make sure you subscribe, continue to watch, and we'll catch you on the next video of the Fantasy Headliners.